Guys, I'm coming from King Abdulaziz University Main Hospital, but not from myself. One of my colleagues, he had to get some sampling, blood sampling done. Anyway, that's not an issue. It's really catapulted me into some sort of reflections, and I saw people crowding over there. Everybody are desperately looking for parking space. Such a huge hospital with loads and loads of multi-layer parking, but still people couldn't find any place. In fact, I was also struggling to get the parking. Anyway, why so many people throng to the hospital, and why the hospital attracts people so much? Is it because of the insurance company is footing the bills, or is it because we love to fall sick? Is it because we love to go for um, uh, filthy foods, hazardous environment? We overfeed ourselves, or go for some sort of unhygienic eating practices, or do we do lots of binge eating, or what's the reason behind why kingdom in this where we have best air quality compared to Delhi, which is a nightmare. In fact, these days the Q1 Q air quality has crossed the limits. In fact, it's above the danger mark. In fact, people can't properly breathe in, and it's compounded with smoky. It's like smoke and fog together with the dipping temperature. People struggling to make their ends meet, and the government simply vows to do something this year, and then they wait for it to pass on to the next year. Have been thinking of how the government or individuals, the personal level, or the people of, I mean, like even NGOs, those who are climatologists or those who are into the green housing, green housing, green, all enterprises, all big tech companies going green, and obviously it's also the green card that tracks the world. Uh, so the issue is that we love to fall sick first in the first place, simply because we know that the doctor, the hospital, the insurance companies to take care of us, and we give the guardrails to those who love to make money out of it. So even if it is the governmental free services, and we are the beneficiary of the health issues, no doubt towards the end of your, uh, it's not always in control of staying fit all the time, or not falling sick, or not getting into the scenario where you have to see the doctor, either as consultations or getting to know the diagnostics or diseases, or how many people even consult the dietitians. But those are the rich people who have already stored loads of proteins and fats, and so bad cholesterols and accumulations of bad cholesterol. What pains me, and it's really deeply disturbing to see that people have a natural propensity or predisposed to attracting bad health conditions. They love to stay indoors without getting into the uh, exercising mode, or even a simple walk cannot be afforded by many of the people. Some of people, they don't have time for that. Some of people, they are so hesitant, reluctant, they rarely venture outside. And so I've come to know that the more you stay outside your life, like comfortable house, a comfort zone, or the better for your health conditions. Because as long as you live outside your home, you live that much of life, or add longevity to your life. So step out. In fact, don't stick to your regimen. Don't stick to those hackneyed kind of or outdated mode of lifestyles where we always keep cooking, we always keep feeding, or consuming as much as we can. So, of course, the modern world It provides us loads of food items. We have plenty of, I mean, there's abundance as a problem, not the scarcity. Although the part of the world is, reeling under famished conditions, and the malnutrition, and people are dying from the malnutrition related diseases. But our predicament is not that we don't have enough food to eat, we don't have clean water to drink, we don't have clean air to breathe. So when we have all of these three things, and we have the stress-free life, and we do have some control over our lifestyle, why not leverage it? Why not deploy ourselves to the altogether mode of living that is like in companion with, or is like compatible with the modern living conditions. I understand that you have your cars, you rarely get to use your legs for, but that doesn't mean that you should use a car as your next steps. So we have to step out of our living conditions, step out of our houses. We have to breathe some fresh air to get rejuvenated. We need to, probably, modify our lifestyles to an extent. If you don't want to visit hospital and doctors, and doctors, hospital, they do nothing except that they only counsel you on how to live a healthy life. I can go on talking about the kind of modified lifestyle can alter the very scene of your health conditions. You can improve upon your self-esteem, also your positive outlook. And then, I mean, it's all about you looking at things with your reviewed perspective. Don't look after those people who are hell-bent upon consuming as much as, because they're hedonistic. In fact, they are egregiously consuming, and they think that pleasure seeking, food, clothes, and all these things, these are the only ultimate objectives that we are born with, or we're born for. No, we're not born for, we're born with a lifestyle which is full of well being, which is a lifestyle which allows us to have fresh outlook, will allow us to have compassions, allows us to have connectivity, the real connectivity, like empathetic connection with the rest of the community. And we can contribute a lot simply by creating awareness among people, including our family members, and by modeling, by providing good examples of healthy living, eating less, and even from a religious point of view, we're usually told that we don't have to stuff, we don't have to overconsume, we don't have to, I mean, let a part of it be with water, a part of it be empty, and the part of it should be, full of foods. Also, the kind of food, oily, greasy, full of loads of. So once we overload ourselves with all of this, there's a large repository of those undigested, unadulterated cholesterol. And so balance, like moderacy, that's a key to healthy living. So and then added to that, distress is the outcome of from the social media, because social media, uh, all the time we keep scrolling from one to the other. I also do that, but not for the sake of, just for the sake of doom scrolling. Doom scroll is a term that used to keep on scrolling without, unmindful of what we are doing, what we are looking at. There's only insatiable desire for looking at entertaining things. TikTok is a big, contributor to that. And in fact, we rarely realize that these social media platforms can be potentially very hazardous, can also be potentially very beneficial if we look at those stuff that contribute to our good thinking, positive outlook, well-meaning uh, principles and values towards our life, in order to teach our children, our family members. That's how, that's why I think, Australia is the first country in the world to complete ban. It's a complete ban under 16. All the teenagers, and they have been asked to suspend their accounts. All the tech companies have been warned not to allow them to be a user. They are left with only a couple of social media platform and tools to And most of the parents were very hopeful. In fact, I found them very confident, and they say that the quality time being spent with the children and with in the vicinity and the elderly people has increased. By the way, because when most of our free time is invested and divested in this doom scrolling or just simply flipping through, just switching one platform to the other. All the platforms, they do the same thing, where they pander to the bestial, the kind of, we call it friction, the kind of excitement, the thrill, that it's like a dopamine, but the wrong one. Let's have the dopamine of the right, in the right dose, for the right purpose, with the right people, and with the right kind of lifestyle that we can adopt. And it doesn't pay much, to remain oblivious or not being aware of. And you don't have to pay for, I mean, it's like most of the expensive things in the world in this, if still come for free. Breathe a good air, live in the vicinity of those people who are the great positivists, those who have the like-minded people. Look for a group of people who have similar passions, similar, it could be activities, whether it's sporting, whether it's like whatever activity you can combine your interests, your hobbies, your and favorite pastime. And that's how, we build faster, greater, and good, harmonious relationship in our society. That'll be all for today. Thank you so much.